Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I am playing some Sub-Frost Holy Paladin once again on my mage. You guys have seen me play this a couple times now, so you might be like, why are you playing with a Paladin? Is it better than with a Priest or with a Druid? The answer to that question is no. I'm playing it because Killax is my friend, and I like playing with him, but let's jump into this game. So I'm playing here with Schwapex and Killax. Schwapex is actually the rogue I do double rogue with. By the way, we hit like 25-60 yesterday or something in twos, which is freaking crazy. But anyway, this game starts right away. The rogue and the mage playing RMP here open up hard on my paladin, which I think is a good opener, but here we just want to peel the opener. So we're going to try to double stun DPS and go from there, try to just peel first and then kind of go from there. But what I wanted to know is my add-on Omnibar right here. I can see that the priest already used Premonition, aka Shadow or Death, kind of, right? It's to break CC, and since I know he already used it, I'll keep that in mind, so if I want to sheep the priest, I can without having to fake the death. We get a double stuns on the DPS, get a full sheep onto the rogue right away. I'm trying to get a resheep on the rogue, kind of blink over here, sheep the rogue again. Mage uses kick on the paladin, so I can just keep casting sheep the rogue 3 times, and now it looks like my paladin has pretty much recovered. Full hammer of justice on to the priest here, going for that follow-up CC. I do trinket the stun because the rogue stuns me, so I actually want to trinket it to get CC on the priest so that we can get a cooldown from the mage here, right? So I trinket the stun and get a full ring of frost, and priest goes ahead and trinkets that. So if you think about this as cooldown trades, guys, the rogue stuns me. If I didn't trinket this to get CC on the priest wouldn't have had the trinket because I wouldn't have landed the ring, right? So I'm pretty much trading my trinket for his trinket, and I think that's probably an effective trade, especially because I get the resheep on him. We force temp shield there now, and the mage still isn't topped up quite yet. So I'm basically trading my trinket for his trinket. We get a full blind onto the priest out of that. I see that the Ebon Bolt's been casted on me from this add-on here and the cast bar here. So the Ebon Bolt is definitely a little bit scary. Rogue's on me as well, but I do pre-temp shield these stuns, so you know, it's very nice. We have that full blind though, so we can definitely do a ton DPS onto anything. I get to about 1% there from that Ebon Bolt, and that was Icy Veins Ebon Bolt. Since I pre-tempt that full HP 100%, I was like, I'm gonna be fine. I don't have the ice block, right? Because I still have, you know, another, you know, second or two of my temp. I am forced into that block, which is really unfortunate because right when this temp shield procs, boom, full HP again. So a little unfortunate there that I had to had the block even though I pre-tempt it, because you cannot cancel temp shield anymore like you used to be able to. But here in this match, mage is Orc Relentless. He has 2 ice blocks, and the rogue is a blood elf, and he has no trinket. So pop quiz, what's the correct target? Ding, 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 rogue. That's right. We're going to go on the rogue next go because rogue no trinket, and he's a blood elf. Even though we like to go mage, generally, it's better to go on a rogue next go with Icy Veins with Orb because I haven't used those cooldowns yet. All we need to do is get some type of cross CC on the mage and the priest and go on the rogue, right? So I sheep the rogue so we to sheep his feint off, okay? I want to walk you guys through this kill. The rogue is polymorph. He cannot press feint. The priest is in a cheap shot. He cannot shadow or death. Okay, I'm casting sheep onto the priest. Boom, full sheep onto the priest. Rogue gets stunned with no feint. Okay, so there's a full sheep on the priest. Rogue is full kidneyed. Mage is casting polymorph, and boom, I lock it out. So look at this, guys. This is picture perfect. Full polymorph on the priest, full kidney on the rogue, full counterspell on the mage. He cannot peel. And I pop Icy Veins, I pop Orb, and I can Comet Storm, Ice Nova, Ice Lance, Rogue dies. So let's play it in full speed from the get-go. Polymorph the rogue, polymorph the priest, kidney shot the rogue, Orb, counterspell the mage, one-shot the rogue. Right? So a go like that might be like, oh, you know, rogue mage is so strong, but like all the steps that kind of went into that, baiting the trinkets, baiting these cooldowns, setting up the kill, I think that's what makes RMP so fun and so complex. I hope me like pausing and kind of walking through how the kill actually happens helps you guys, so when you're trying to set up kills, you can do something similar to that. These guys are being a little bit stubborn here in the rest of this match. I'll fast forward it so we can take a look at the scoreboard before moving on to the next game. Here is the damage breakdown. You know, my damage wasn't super incredibly high, but the damage came in at the right time with the right triple CC to actually force that kill. And here we are in another match on Ruins of Lordaeron this time. I'm playing the same composition, but here we are fighting a Ret, a Marksmanship Hunter, and a Discipline Priest. We fight these guys all the time on ladder. This and one other Ret Hunter always loves to queue, but these guys are triple human, triple trinket. You know what that means. There's a lot of goes going to need to happen before we actually land a kill. Right away, I'm going to sheep the Paladin. He has Unbreakable Will, aka Ashbringer, trying to sheep that off, so when we open on him, that's the debuff. It actually broke the sheep, right? So when we open on him, he's not going to be able to get out of that first done. Right away, Priest Shadowmans himself, so if I try to polymorph to the Priest, it's going to actually break the polymorph, which is pretty unfortunate. So if we go, I'm not going to be able to CC the Priest as of yet. So we go ahead and blind instead. I guess Shadowman doesn't break blind, but it does break polymorph. We get a nice big opener here onto the Pally. Since the full blind comes out and the Paladin didn't trinket bop the blind, I decided to pop my Icy Veins and my Orb, right, to just get bubble right away. So what the Paladin could have done is instead of bubbling, he could have trinket bopped the Priest, and the Priest could have maybe saved him by using Pain Sup or Barrier and Rapture and just spam healed onto the Ret. But instead, we get the Priest Trinket, we get the Pally Bubble. So they're using their cooldowns not as efficiently as I would like to see them use. If they played a little bit better defensively, they might have been able to win this match. I'm not saying that, I sound like an asshole saying that. I'm not saying that in a mean way, I'm just saying in a constructive way, right? And so instead of the Paladin bubbling, if he would have Trinket bopped the Priest, the Priest would still have his Trinket, the Pally would still have his bubble, and they wouldn't have Barrier and stuff like that, but they would probably be in a better spot defensively. I love these guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound mean. Anyway, sheeping the Hunter a couple times there. Kidney shot comes out onto the Paladin. Was that kidney might have been DR'd, so the kidney comes out. Ooh, so that was a big mistake by my rogue here on this map. The full kidney wasn't actually full for another second, so huge mistake by us this time, but that's okay. Throw down that bomb. The Priest comes in. He gets cheap shotted. I have the polymorph DR up in 1 second. Okay, 1 second on the polymorph, but the Priest is cheap shotted. I do have a Belf silence, maybe do a Belf into a sheep, something like that. Go for the sheep. Paladin sacks me, so I guess I'm just gonna stay offensive. Sheeping the Paladin here, and what I want you guys to see too is how I'm rotating these DRs. I'm sheeping the Hunter when he's off DR. I'm sheeping the Pally when we're not on him, and I'm sheeping the Priest when we want to go Pally, right? So let me say that again. I'm sheeping the Hunter when we're playing defensively. Okay, I'm sheeping the Pally when we're not killing him, and I'm sheeping the Priest when we want to kill Pally. So all three sheeps, there's definitely a time for each, one of the three, and if I don't do one of the three, then I can easily die, especially to a Marksmanship Hunter in the opener. Back onto the Pally. Priest is my focus target, trying to get some type of CC on him. The full Hodge does come out. I sheep the Hunter going for a ring on the Priest, but the Sank comes out to break that Hammer of Justice onto the Priest, so I can't get any follow-up CC. Do manage to get that full sheep, but he does Premonition, aka Shadow Word Death it. He runs into that half ring to eat the DR, actually pretty smart of him, and the Paladin's gonna be fine for now. Full Wyvern onto my Paladin, don't have much CC, so I'm gonna go behind the pillar, pop the Temp Shield. My Temp Shield does get purged though, getting pretty low, so I am forced into my first Ice Block of the game. Kidney Shot goes out on the Priest, maybe get some follow-up CC. The Priest has Human Trinket it, and there are 2 kicks up, and the Priest has Premonition, so it's gonna be hard to get that sheep. Orb comes out on the Pally though, he is cheap shotted. Have my Orb down, I can pop my Blizzard, Belf silence the Priest, tons of damage. I was Gormaz, Cold Blood Dance, everything like that, with the full kidney into the Belf silence on the Priest, and they do go down. So, a nice game there, a couple mistakes from both ends, could have been played better, but, I think there was a lot to learn from this game as far as switching their sheep DRs, sheeping the Hunter, sheeping the Pally, sheeping the Priest. For the guys in the comments asking, like, when should I be sheeping? When should I be doing this? When should I be doing that? I hope this game helps you with that. And here we are on a third match, once again on Ruins of Lordaeron, this time against an RPS. This was a hard team for us to beat, so we were actually losing. We got a couple wins, but we were losing to it a lot as well. So I wanted to make a video about one of our wins to kind of show you guys how we pulled it off. But Rogue opens on me right away with that kick, so that's actually brutal. So right away, I'm casting Ebon Bolt out of stealth, and the Rogue happened to be right on me and kicks the Ebon Bolt. Just goes to show you, don't open with Ebon Bolt out of stealth unless you have triple CC, or unless you know you're not going to get kicked, aka maybe it's a warrior and a rogue, or some double melee kick and they're far, right? But if it's a rogue and stealth, he could step kick me, and then I basically did no damage in the opener at all. So bad on me. Shouldn't have casted that Ebon Bolt out of stealth. Definitely a huge mistake on my end. I could have orbed, but the orb would have broken the sap, and all my other damage was AoE. So I was like, I gotta get that Ebon Bolt off, but the rogue kicked me. So what I could have done is just casted Frostbolt if I got kicked to that Ebon Bolt. But anyway, we get the wall in the opener. I think, I'm not sure if that was Earthen Shield, but that was definitely wall. Shaman has the Earth Shield on him. They're playing triple Trinket. They all have Trinkets available. Sheeping the Rogue right now, hitting the Priest. Just kind of gathering Icicles. Can do another go on the Shaman, or we could start doing ghosts on the Priest. They all 3 have Trinkets, though, and they all 3 have defensive cooldowns, so we're not really quite sure. We go on the Shaman there with the Kidney Shot, but he does get that pre-Earthen Shield totem down, so it is not going to be a very good go. He doesn't have Earth Shield, though, but look at this. The Priest and the Rogue Trinket the Peel. So defensively, they both Trinketed for their Shaman, which sometimes is definitely really good to do, but right there, since the Shaman pre-Earthen Shield Totem, the Shaman was fine anyway, and they both Trinket to kind of help the Shaman, because I guess they thought he was going to die. But guys, I still have Icy Veins. I held my Icy Veins, and that's something that you can definitely do as a Frost Mage. Don't just use Icy Veins the first go or the second go. Use Icy Veins when you think you can maybe get a kill or force a ton of cooldowns from it. So use Icy Veins on that juicy setup. Don't just toss Icy Veins every time you have the opportunity to. But guys, we can kill the Rogue in a bomb at this point. We can kill the Priest if we force Dispersion and he doesn't have Earth Shield, or we could do another go on Shaman, but Shaman has Trinket and he has Earth Shield. So right now, in target priority, Rogue would probably be the best target once his evasion's over. Priest would be the second best target because he has Dispersion and Life Swap still. And then Shaman would be the worst target because he has Earth Shield and he has Trinket. So we can go on any of the three early, but we get that full blind onto the Shaman. Get the bomb onto the Rogue. You might be wondering why we're bombing if the Shaman's blinded. It's for two reasons. One, if the Shaman Trinkets, he can't immediately throw up the Earth Shield or something like that. But two, the Priest could Life Swap if the Rogue wasn't in the bomb either. Go ahead and counterspell the Priest there in his Mind Control, one, so we don't get peeled, and then two, so we can't Life Swap at all, even after the bomb fades. And since this is Icy Veins and Orb, the Rogue does go down. So I can play it back in full motion real quick. So right here, we're kind of seeing, okay, what do we want to kill? Rogue has no Earth Shield, no Trinket, good. We get a full blind on the Priest. Can he bomb the Rogue? Lock the Mind Control from the Priest. Icy Veins with the big damage onto the Rogue, and he does go down 100-0. So hopefully this gameplay kind of breaks down our strategy as RM Paladin. It's very similar as RM Priest, right? Once again, I wouldn't recommend really playing with the Paladin. We are playing with the Paladin because I like playing with Killax, and he's my friend, and RM Paladin isn't terrible, but I would recommend playing with a Disc Priest, a Holy Priest, or maybe even a Resto Druid. But guys, hope this video was helpful, kind of walking you through our setups, our kills, and stuff like that. Make sure to thumbs the video up if you liked it, thumbs it down if you didn't. Talk to me in the comments for what you guys want to see next time, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace!